This is the third in a series of 4 talks given by Krishnamurti in OJAI, California. J. Krishnamurti is regarded internationally as one of the great teachers and philosophers of all time. For some 60 years, he has been traveling throughout the world giving public talks to increasingly large audiences. He has published over 30 books and founded schools in the United States, England, and India.
What a lot of people on there. I suppose we are really concerned with what we're talking about, and that's why you are here. This is not, as we often repeated, an entertainment. As we said, been saying during these talks, we are taking a journey together, you and the speaker. A very long, wide journey, not into the future, but into the present. The present, as we pointed out, contains all time. The present is not only the past, all the memories, all the incidents stored in the brain, recorded, and that past is now also. It's fairly obvious. And the future is what is now. The future will be exactly, perhaps slightly modified, is in the present, in the now. So, what one is now will be tomorrow or 1,000 tomorrows. And if there is no fundamental, radical, psychological revolution, not evolution, a revolution, a mutation, deep, fundamental change, tomorrow will be exactly what we are now. So all time, past, the present, and the future is contained in the now. This is not a theory, not a speculative philosophical concept, but an actuality. If one looks at oneself very carefully, what is happening? What is happening now is what we have carried through thousands and thousands of years, psychologically, and both biologically also. And that burden of the past, with all its memories, experiences, knowledge, is now, is what we are now. And what will be tomorrow, what we are now. So please, the now contains all time. And in relation to that, what is action? as it's a fact that all time is in the now, in the present, what then is action? Understand? Can we go along with this for a while? Please, we are investigating together. The speaker is not instructing or informing. We are together, you and the speaker, are investigating, exploring, examining, not analyzing. There is a difference between analysis and perception. Analysis implies an analyzer. The analyzer is the past. Right? Am I talking to myself? Or are we somewhat together in this matter? I think this is a rather important question to understand, because when we divide the analyzer as something separate from the analyzed, then in that process of division there is contradiction, there is conflict. Either there is suppression or examinations as something outside. But the analyzer is the analyzed. When one is violent, when there is violence, and you analyze violence, one can very easily analyze violence from the distant cousins, the apes, till now. We have inherited all the violence of all the 1,000 years of continuity in violence and so on. We can easily examine and analyze violence. Is violence different from the examiner, the analyzer? Is not the analyzer also part of that violence? Right? So, the analyzer is the analyzed. It is not something separate from the analyzer. Therefore, there is no division between the analysis and the analyzer. They are one. And when we understand that, conflict exists only when there is division. Division between your ambition and somebody else's ambition. Division between you and your wife, your husband, your neighbor, and so on. Division brought about through nationalities, through religions, and so on. Not only psychologically, but linguistically also, and so on. So, the analyzer is the analyzed. We're also going to talk over together not only that, but also the whole problem